0. And Rashi, after the draft concludes, any takeaway here? Like, who do you prefer in this case?
Oh man, I feel like if the game can kind of stall out a bit, maybe Fnatic Onyx can kind of wait for those big moments to really rely on the Netherrealm to really get an advantage. If this game goes to a scrappy kind of game though, I feel like there's so many ways for Dewa to really pull ahead with the Outlet, with the Lunox, Lilia, and Edith. It's a lot of damage potential.
Two teams step aside in the skies, looking to get the final nail in the coffin for each other. Will Onyx bounce back, or will Dewa United stand strong, getting the 4th W in this season? Is it gonna be Fnatic Onyx or Dewa United?
We'll see here if Dewa United can continue the lost streak of Fnatic Onyx, or if Fnatic Onyx can bounce back. The fact that we are seeing a 3-game series just shows you how much Dewa have progressed. You can see Mueza and K's already utilizing Lilia. Purify used up early.
That's the power of the Sacred Hammer coming in from the Tigreal. 2 Purifiers on the side of Dewa, but an abundance of magic damage, by the way. The physical damage should only be done by Ray, technically. Look at the 2v2.
Oh.
Look at the clear coming in. Albert walking in, but look at that. Rez immediately opening up the map, zoning Sorizo away. It's gonna be an easy litho picked up by Fnatic Onyx, but look at the reaction from Ray.
As a pullback case, no Purify. Albert gets the passive, not even with the fracture. And now the jump back, Mueza forced to flicker out as Keyboy just sends that question mark through.
The good old Fnatic Onyx mid lane combo is already taking kills. Almost 2 as well in the first 2 minutes. Dewa United on the back foot.
Hey, they were gonna be a bit respectful of that, man. Here's some emblems by Indie Home though before the fight breaks out again. Inspire in the selection for CW and Sans. More spells, more damage, but also more survivability and outplay potential. That is what they need for sure. And ooh, look at that.
Great shove by Keyboy.
Well, continuing on, weapon mastery for the Lunox on the hands of Watt. And it's still Inspire for Sans, because he knows that that Black Shoes and the spamming of that Angry Gloom is going to be critical in punishing the Netherrealm coming through from the side of Fnatic Onyx.
Now first turtle is going to come out in this game. The story so far, it's always Onyx winning out on the objective and Dewa United winning on the fights. Is it going to be coming through once again as Sans and Keyboy? It's not level 4 just yet, but they're on their way. Albert already in the vicinity.
Good onward now. They're going to be targeting Keyboy down. The Shadow Cure also used up. Good follow back over to Albert right now. Still able to escape. Netherrealm comes down. Hayes is the one who wins out the retreat battle, but Sans gets the Ghost Bursters. That's an onward to bring Rez back in a Primal Wrath to take him out. A win for Dewa United.
Once again, the early game is owned by the gods. Fnatic Onyx. This kind of composition in the late game, as you said, Rashi, they have a way to deal with this.
They do, but man, you can see that earlier. There were attempts from Fnatic Onyx to really get control there. Rez, in particular, going for the wild charge play. Fortunately, Dewa just saw it coming and immediately just adjusted, right? It only landed on one member, and all things considered, they still were able to find the turtle in that fight. So overall, quite an odd win, but Mueza gets jumped on.
Great implosion. That's a good pick. Sans is the one who picks the kill up. Albert gonna go for the red tree steal, but Ray's a bit too quick with it. Albert just ends up using the red tree on K's.
Didn't even get the chance to get away from the CCs, just poured everything on towards Mueza. And I feel like that kind of maneuver is the solution, or like the thing that both teams are trying to do. Even in the first objective battle, it's Keyboy being the target.
Ooh, look at this zoning away. Trying to stop Watt from getting the farm here. Watt wants to walk up, still gets punished for it. But he's A-okay. It's a Lunox.
Feels like Keyboy was trying to bait out maybe the Purify perhaps to try and maybe secure a pick-off later on. Alright, dive. Sorizo though finishes a Thunderbolt, so he will have a lot more damage. And he'll be stacking on that tankiness a lot earlier on right here. For Rez on the Grok. We haven't seen a Grok EXP in a long time. Going for the Fury Hammer, and he has a rapid boost, so he's trying to just be fast and rotating after clearing the lanes as much as possible.
Okay, and now Fnatic Onyx actually climbed back from that gold lead from Dewa United, so they did a good job just zoning Watt away from the lanes and just taking the last hits. already the micro display from once the gods of the game showing in display this early game stage. Look at that keyboard just being a pesky taker and Fnatic Onyx.
Albert. Oh, good charge. Talking to Moeza. Gets an onward down, but Rez actually had the power of nature earlier, so it's just going to be a free turtle take because Keyboy decided to be annoying onto Ray.
A good old strategy though. Go for the 50-50 on the retribution and make sure that you have two massive crowd control tools to ensure that the opposing jungler can't go for the retribution. Now it's Santa's Keyboy available on the top side. What? Can he outplay this as Moeza comes in to try and save him?
Keyboy has the implosion, but they know that Watt has Purify. A good way to escape, also that brilliance, so it's a bit too risky to go for the dive there. Chorizo on the bottom side though. Won't actually look for a fight. How do you think the Rock XP is here?
Yeah, I think for the idea is just to burst down some of the members of Dewa United, especially Watt and Keys is very prone to getting bursted down. As you can see, one Legion Sword and Fury Hammer secured. But for the laning phase, I feel like Chorizo had a bit of an edge because like he has the healing. Meanwhile, Rez, the only thing that he can do or like try to do at this point is just to try to clear the lane as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And with the Wilderness Blessing as well, it's gonna help him to rotate much faster than Chorizo.
But if you look at his items though, he's not going for a single damage component and straight for tank innocence. Look at this, whoa!
Whoa, the Earth Shatter actually cancels the shove! Man, decides to pop an implosion there. Netherrealm coming down, CW gonna lose his life there. Oh my damage! Watt's almost taking him out, forcing his Von Force out. I think CW panicked a bit. Suns forced to Purify, very low. Dewa doesn't want to go for it, not committing. Oh, Ray! Finds a clutch out of the back. Suns doesn't have the Netherrealm, but he's gonna be assassinated. Meanwhile, Chorizo surviving. Oh, gets out of the passive strikes. Albert unable to get the trade back for Fnatic Onyx, and Watt is just chunking that turret down.
Oh man, the Hayabusa is playing like a madman in this match. 3 games in a row. Ray, finally, this time, is able to get that pick off on the top lane. And now, a bit too far from the turtle. It's gonna come back with a lot of HP. Game plan is still gonna be the same. Moeza jumping in first.
Good shot, nice final slash there. Implosion catches both of them to Von Force. Use up as well. Rez gonna be able to find a wild card. Watt all alone now. That's a big double. Watt taken out by Albert, and now it just leaves Ray and Kaze to watch as Fnatic Onyx take the turtle from the palm of their hands.
What the heck was the damage, my guy? Rez coming in, immediately demolishing the backline. They were trying their best, but they clumped up a bit too much there. Kaze comes on now.
That's a black shoes of Encore popping already. Ray defensively walking back. CW still just walking under the turret. Dashes out towards a purple buff. Albert picks up a turret down below. Instantly capitalizing in that small window.
You can see Moeza, if he misses, then he's gonna get punished right away. The same thing with Keyboy. So I feel like both teams. What? Both teams? It's just a matter of who can engage first and pull the trigger first and not a mistake in the process.
And it depends how both junglers play. Oh, never mind, Keyboy!
The Chaos too. Keyboy getting his shove. Suns. Netherrealm sending out Albert. And the backline forcing a black shoes implosion used up on the 2-Watt. Still has the ability of CW. Gonna be changed. CC Chorizo, one more jump. And he gets it with Watt. Getting the fade away. Good while charge to lock him up. As a killing spree as Rez blocks out Albert. Gonna be stopped. Rez comes in with a big smack to the head. Moeza taking out by Chorizo. In a battle of attrition. Dodges away with the fracture too. Ray has the bot. He needs to land and gets the quad shadow. And gets the kill.
Landing that shuriken on towards Albert. And once again, Dewa United comes out on top. The gold swing is already very purple. Meanwhile, Chorizo is looking to make an outplay. The final splash. Oh, Chorizo dodges away pixel perfect from the Ghostbusters.
Where have you seen Sans slip up, not land the spell right there? Unfortunate things happening for Fnatic Onyx. Not really getting the control they want, losing it the longer the game goes on. 10 seconds until the next fights begin, and they will have all the better tools. More burst, more potential crowd control tools, and more outplay with the dashes, with the survivability, especially with Chorizo on that Arlet. It's definitely making problems happen for Fnatic Onyx.
Oh, Dewa United They might make this happen against Fnatic Onyx. The debut from Rez is gonna be ruined by the gods. Steaua United, they have the map, they have all the pressure available. Can they actually do it? Can they finally be that consistent team in the late game after this already really good early game?
Look at what's going on right now. Sorizo matching Rez, not allowing him to get the free clear with the roaming boost advantage. And with keys on that Lilia, man, that is what's making it so difficult. Where's the misses onward?
Good shot back, gets the Earth Shatter, though, gets pulled back by the Shadow Stampede. Now, onto the Primal Ratness, Keyboy gets disintegrated in front of that realm, even comes down. That was good wall charge, but there's no follow on the final slash. Brings CW to the Shurikens of Ray. And Sorizo gets his vengeance down. That is a 3-for-1. Dewa might be on the road to 2-1-ing Fnatic Onyx.
Oh, baby, it's a triple for Dewa United as they get lured once again without any contest. Ray doesn't even have the retribution to use on that because there is no threat whatsoever. Dewa United, they are absolutely rolling right now.
Looking at some of the items right here, BOD, Endless Battle for Ray. Definitely an insane amount of damage. And what's more terrifying for Fnatic Onyx is that Keys has the Ice Queen's one, but he has the glowing one on the way soon. The healing reduction, the AoE application of it is going to make it even more difficult for Fnatic Onyx to get any kind of foothold in these fights. They are losing Keyboy too fast. Sans hasn't been able to pop that Netherrealm on time. And look at Mueza already eyeing a chance to get the fight started once more.
They just slithering around, man. Once you look for that onward. Holy Defense still up for Fnatic Onyx. It isn't over just yet. They still have a lot of defenses here, at least for the First Lord.
Yeah, Liz, Steaua United were able to make that a 3k gold lead at this point, a good lead to build on at this point of the game. You have all those DPS already, man. Like, you have a lot of damage coming in from Dewa United. Now I feel like on the other side of the court, Rez, the window for this Grok to be effective for Ashi is not that much.
Just small windows for both teams technically, but I mean, Dewa has so many more ways to try and play these fights out. They can go for pickoffs, they can go for a kite back strategy, and the fact that they have Sorizo just being so active and dynamic here with the outplays that this guy has been making. A big criticism for Sorizo is a passive nature, is the fact that he can't really perform in the midst of a team fight. But with Dewa right here, he's been making the plays happen with those final slashes. And the vengeance is on the right targets. It is difficult for Fnatic Onyx to find like a moment of control in these fights, man. CW, Sans, and Albert just not allowed to really stand around at all. Always pressured or forced to use some kind of spell defensively.
The Sorizo. Good black shoes out.
Albert being so aggressive in that kind of situation, and I feel like that's really what Fnatic Onyx needs at this point of the game, just playing with the margins, somehow deal damage without getting picked off, also knowing that Sans is there to bail them out.
Right, super buff still taken by Albert. Remember, the longer the game goes, the more Fnatic Onyx scales. Even though it's looking bad for them, they still do have a Harriet, they have a Nolan. They only scaled the best into the late game when it comes to damage output. And now especially with Rez being on the Grok with the C Halberd earlier and now BOD. A lot of burst potential. If it lands on the right person, even the Purify won't save you from the insane amount of damage that the Wild Charge from a full damage Grok can do to you. But he is also squishy. The fact that the only frontline is Keyboy is one of the problems for Fnatic Onyx. Look at this, Rez caught out of position.
Conceal. Mueza with the flicker onward there. Almost got the Albert. Rez is going to be isolated completely. The final slash of the Wild Charge actually connected with Implosion as well. Ray going to be caught still as a quad shadow. Zaman Force used up. The Brilliance in the midst of it all. CW still jumping back and forth, trying to go for the play. What will be taken down? They made a mistake. CW capitalizes on Rizzo! Again jumping back and forth, but in the end, CW picks up a triple. That's a black shoes from Kaze, who's still able to survive. Now it's a big 1v4. Kaze can escape, no black shoes. Albert assassinates him. And again, for Dewa, the team fighting 50-50.
Oh man, what looked like a mistake coming in from Rez and Fnatic Onyx turns out to be a bait for Dewa United as Ray already spends the quad shadow. He cannot contest on this one. Sans is just absolutely zoning them away.
Lord finally goes to the hands of Fnatic Onyx. A great moment here, a huge swing in momentum. Now they can finally go for some more controlled plays and try and get some of these turrets down. For Dewa, they do have a respectable amount of burst damage. They can clear this Lord very, very easily, but they have to be watchful for Fnatic Onyx waiting in these bushes to try and go for a surprise engage. They went for a fight there onto Rez. He was able to get the wild charge off, and Keyboy, finally not bursted down, was able to get a big implosion. Those are the winning conditions, and you can see Fnatic Onyx immediately go for some more control, go for the group up, and go for the split as well with Rez on the top side.
You gotta respect the potential of Keyboy, man. This
Keyboy?
guy came back with a Tigreal against a 16k gold lead in the world stage, so nothing is impossible for Fnatic Onyx when Keyboy is on this hero. He's gotta watch out for those flicker implosion combo, considering that only 2 purifies is available for Dewa United.
As the charge down in the bottom lane, Keyboy finds an implosion, and they all just collapse under it. The NetherRealm has been baited. Kaze is still in the midst of it. Off the Rez! Getting the wild charge, and that's where Fnatic Onyx shine. Albert cleaning them off. Chorizo, look at the resets. Can only flicker backwards as Albert chases him to the fountain, and Calvin Winata gets rid of him. Fnatic Onyx in an instant takes the game back.
A good way to bounce back in this match by Fnatic Onyx as they reclaim the skies from the gods. The rightful throne is safe, at least for this day.
Dewa United felt that the skies were so close, so sure of their chances of beating Fnatic Onyx in a big fight. But you can see again the difference that experience and calmness brings. The Fnatic Onyx swing it around, they take out Dewa in one fell swoop. It's a great effort, a great show of improvement from Dewa United, but Fnatic Onyx are just too far ahead for now.
Yeah.